And actually asked a question and said, what is something profound that you want to take home with you? And I said that this taught me not just caring for people, but being emotionally invested in them. So not just saying, like, oh, what have you been doing lately? Or like, oh, that's great that you're doing that, and then secretly thinking, oh, how can I do that? It's, oh, you really needed that. Like, that's really good for you. And I want to take that back with me, but what he said about come home, it kind of flicked a light, and it made me realize that home is movable. It's not set here, and it's not necessarily even set in this exact group. It's mobile, so you can take that little slice of comfort and that little slice of safe haven, move it with you wherever you go, even if you're by yourself. And I think that's what's going to keep me going, because now that I've felt it and now that I've been here, I know how to get back here. So I kind of left little breadcrumbs to get me follow it. So
I try not to say a lot. I do a lot of different things that get praise and get attention. I try to be really good at everything that I do, honestly. And before coming to the festival, I was fired from my job. I wasn't laid off. I wasn't let go. I was fired from a job. And I sat in a moment of my ego, where I reside, where it's my comfort zone, and try not to let it hurt as much as it did. And the second day that I woke up with no purpose, and that brought me to a breaking point. And so I immediately, instinctually, just reached out to Kirsten and reached out to Sean, because they had been trying to get me here, and I didn't have time. I would love to come. I would love to be here. I didn't have time. I was in the middle of the show. Didn't have the resources here. Everything was happening at home. And I finally decided, Sean just said something to me that was just instinctual, and it's something that I never got from the family that I have. I have an incredible, loving family, but there are times where they're emotionally unavailable because they are off doing other things, and they're off helping other people. And because all of my strength is from myself, that I don't know how to lean in when I'm weak. I don't know how to let people love me, let people heal me, be weak in someone else's arms. And so Sean said to me, he said, come home, baby, come home. And that just broke me. 20 minutes, because all I could say was, okay. Okay. And so being here and being as calculated of a thinker I am, and thinking about my life when I'm not here, and being on the phone, making resources happen, and playing the next move, and everybody's like, well, what are you doing? What are you going to do? What are you going to be? That's the and Greg's piece. There's something I'm saying. I may be giving away the magic, but everybody's, what are you going to do? Where are you going to be? Where are you going to do? What are you going to be? What are you going to do? And every picture of me on Facebook is like, at the beach, going to dinner. And people think that it's the most foolish idea, and I've been told that to my face by people who love me. That's foolish. They don't have an idea that that's what quiets my soul. And being here has quieted my soul, so when I leave here, I do have all the answers. So I want to thank each and every one of you, from no matter how tall you are, for things that you've said, for things that you've done, that you have no idea healed me from the inside out, because I put up a force field that looks like strength, but it's broken on the inside. And I learned to not fight it, because the fight is where the work is. So thank you.